You know, as a people, it's time for us to start being heard. Like, wouldn't you think, people say that we do have to do what we have to do because of the government. We have to do what we have to do because of the structure of society and how it's been up till now. But let's think about the fact that, do we have to keep following these silly rules and silly wars and we're all quarantined because the government says so and we're going to be, we do everything they say, but blah, blah, blah. All that crap doesn't mean anything. What I'm saying is, people really want things to be heard. Don't you know that we have this thing called the internet, and your voice can be heard? We spread it around the world, and we get a team of people, not that are against anybody, that are for something. And what they are for is for peace. So, can the voice be heard? Yes, I would say, let's say the city of New York has multiple millions of people, and you think there's multiple millions of people in the government? No, there aren't. Actually, there aren't millions of people in our government. So, if every person in this fucking country stood up for something and said, hey, we're not listening to that shit anymore, millions of voices will be heard. If you say, no, I'm not doing that anymore, anything you disagree with, I don't care what it is, and don't be hostile about it, but be like, you're not forcing us to live in this money rule anymore. You're not forcing us to do this anymore. What are they going to do? Send the police to your house to shoot you? And what police officers in what community, in what town, in what country of state or whatever in this country would they turn on their own people if their own people said, we're not following our fucking government anymore? Our government is just corrupt and we refuse to listen. What will they do? What would they do? I ask you. Not as a rebel, not as someone who wants to overthrow the government, but as someone who wants harmony and is about sick of other people saying what I have to do to be a good person. In fact, the people making up the rules about who's a good person are the shittiest ones of all when it comes to how you treat other people. If you want a person to treat other people really good, talk to people like me. If anybody can tell me how I've treated someone bad, other than, not being with a girlfriend or something like that, an ex-girlfriend, I don't know one thing that I have done to harm anybody. I'm the kind of person who's a leader, and I'm not trying to promote myself. I'm just saying I know how to judge a person. So anyone who's willing to send anyone to war for any fucking reason, it doesn't matter what the reason is, unless you're protecting someone, what we need to do is work on us. Don't worry about them, okay? And we be the example. I mean, right now we have so many different things going on, different mentalities, different levels of consciousness, different levels of intelligence, different levels of how governments are ran, countries are ran, people are overruled and overpowered by people that make them do stuff. In other places, the people with the guns are the ones that kill their civilians or kill their own country members. And why? Because they want power and people don't listen. This isn't what God meant anyone to do. You're not supposed to overpower other people. You're supposed to learn how to overpower your own problems and be harmonious and loving to each other. That's pretty simple, isn't it? It doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter what age, it doesn't matter what religion, it doesn't matter what. Those are the rules. Stop hurting each other, stop killing each other, and we're trying to boss anybody around. No more governments, no more control. You have no control. Learn how to control yourself. Let's see if any of those governmental people, what are they doing in their personal lives? And yes, it is our business, because I want to know this fucking clown that's representing our nation and telling me what I have to do. When I'm better, I could fucking run him better than he could ever try to run me. And I'm not just saying that.